Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Pittsburgh's offense will get the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Pitt pushing the pace.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up. Yardage you can and help out the offense. So Virginia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. From the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was able to run through. But still this game.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed. On the outside.
Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
goes this offense with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Runs through the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. And it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Hit right back to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Here comes the hurry up. Off the play fake. Heel off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a crease. It's Allen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. And the Hokies with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Power football with the run. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it up to 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your...
He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop. Return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the ground, it's Traore. And end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period. A second down. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose. On that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense. Holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Castillo. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I love that play by the defense there. back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Hokies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At midfield, he's got room. Breaks into the open. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge. They will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Pitt pushing the pace.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half.
There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Panthers are on the move.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? looking for room. It's Scott. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Panthers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know.
Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
So now it's second and long. He might want another play. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled. Deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Catch in the middle, it's Flanagan. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be fourth. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice game. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout. And these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They've got it. First and 10 at the 42. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Clark. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Caught behind the line. It's Traore. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Going right to work up top. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, they'll run it. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play, just making it happen?
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
CFB26. No gain on the play. Brings up
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Good right down the boulevard. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen.
The Panthers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Allen. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Hit right back to the line.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. Giants tremble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from the 50. And the returner will be knocked down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking for space. It's gone. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Pitt pushing the pace.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Pitt will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Adams. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Catch in the middle. It's Flanagan. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The inside handoff. Got the first down and more. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Inside the 25. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hokies. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Crossing the 30, he's got away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Barry Johnson. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here instead of going for it. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. On the run, it's Allen. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
He's tackled.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man. It's Adams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Yeah, right back to the line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
They'll try to pop the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Flanagan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, you just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in it, so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the 1st down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4 minutes.
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. And the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Leaves it with the running back. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.